What's up, everyone? Today we're talking about something that affects every single one of us: inflation. You've probably noticed prices going up at the grocery store, gas station, and pretty much everywhere else. But do you really understand what inflation is, how it's eating away at your savings, and most importantly, what you can do about it? Let's dive in. What is inflation? Simply put, inflation is when prices go up and the purchasing power of your money goes down. Think about it this way. If you had $100 in 1980, you could buy a lot more with it than you can with $100 today. That's inflation in action. Here's a real-world example. In 1985, the average cost of a movie ticket was about $3.55. Today, it's over $10. Your money literally buys less than it used to, and this happens gradually over time. Why should you care? You might be thinking, okay, prices go up. What's the big deal? Well, here's why inflation matters. 1. Your savings are losing value. If your money is sitting in a regular savings account earning 0.1% interest, while inflation is running at 3%, you're actually losing about 2.9% of your purchasing power every year. 2. Your salary needs to keep up. If you don't get annual raises that at least match the inflation rate, you're effectively taking a pay cut each year. 3. Long-term goals are affected. The cost of big future expenses like college education or retirement will be much higher due to inflation. How inflation affects different areas of your life. Daily expenses. The most obvious impact is on your everyday spending. When inflation hits, you'll notice higher grocery bills, more expensive gas, increasing rent payments, and rising utility costs. Savings and investments. Your emergency fund and long-term savings can be seriously impacted. Cash savings lose purchasing power, fixed income investments may not keep pace, and the real return on investments needs to beat inflation. Debt. There is one potential silver lining. Inflation can actually make your fixed-rate debt cheaper in real terms. If you borrowed $100,000 for a mortgage, that amount becomes relatively smaller as inflation rises. What can you do about it? Now for the important part, how to protect yourself from inflation. Here are several strategies you can implement. First, invest in stocks. The stock market has historically provided returns that outpace inflation. Focus on quality companies with pricing power, consider index funds for broad market exposure, and look for companies that can raise prices without losing customers. Next, consider real estate. Property can be an excellent inflation hedge. Home values typically rise with inflation, rental income can increase over time, and real estate investment trusts, or REITs, offer an accessible way to invest. Another strategy is to invest in inflation-protected securities. These government bonds are specifically designed to protect against inflation. Treasury inflation-protected securities, or TIPS, and I-bonds are good examples. The principal of these securities increases with inflation. Also, adjust your spending habits. Smart money management becomes even more important. Review and update your budget regularly. Look for ways to reduce unnecessary expenses, buy in bulk when prices are good, and consider generic brands instead of name brands. Boosting your income can also help. The best defense is often a good offense. Ask for inflation-adjusted raises, start a side hustle, develop new skills to increase your earning potential, and look for opportunities to earn passive income. Lastly, review your debt strategy. Make smart decisions about debt. Lock in low fixed-rate loans, pay down high-interest debt, and consider refinancing when it makes sense. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's talk about what not to do during inflationary periods. First, don't keep too much in cash. While you need an emergency fund, holding too much cash is a losing strategy. Second, avoid long-term fixed-rate investments. Long-term bonds can get crushed by inflation. Third, don't panic. Inflation is normal and expected. Make calculated decisions, not emotional ones. Practical action steps. Here's your inflation-fighting checklist. First, calculate your personal inflation rate by tracking your major expenses. Second, review your investment portfolio for inflation protection. Third, look for opportunities to increase your income. Fourth, optimize your spending and saving habits. Fifth, consider real assets like real estate or commodities. And finally, stay informed about inflation trends and economic news. Inflation is a reality we all have to deal with, but it doesn't have to derail your financial goals. By understanding how it works and taking proactive steps to protect your money, you can maintain and even grow your wealth despite rising prices. Remember, the worst thing you can do is nothing. Take action today to protect your financial future from the effects of inflation. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more financial tips and strategies. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on inflation and how you're dealing with it. Stay smart with your money, and I'll see you in the next video.